Hello everyone and welcome back to the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. In the last session, we completed Tokiko's Somnium, and it was not great. And then Tokiko died, and we all celebrated. And it's very interesting that she is the next one to die, because if we saw her very recently. Well, I guess we also saw Chikara pretty recently as well. It does raise questions about why these people are being selected to die. So far, 2 of them are confirmed Nai's people, although one of them was in the offshoot, but like from the same place. And the first guy, was he called Jin? I can't remember. But the first guy, the tech dude, we don't know if he was in Nai's, but like billionaire, like mysterious tech dude. The odds of him being in Nai's, I feel like, are pretty high. So maybe the killer is just going after Nai's people. But yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, time to explore the scene. Glass doll's still shattered. Looks like most things are as they were.
You should talk to Mamoru before checking the body.
Okie dokie. Sup. Wink sync. Wait, actually, sometimes wink sync ends the convo. Sometimes running out the dialogue options ends the convo. Which is it going to be this time? Let's wink sync.
Daddy's job is to help someone very important. I assist and protect that person from harm.
You're doing a bad job of it, mate.
Yeah, Daddy's a professional. I won't ever let anything bad happen to them.
Banter!
Looks like he's not the culprit.
Yeah, I think we can strike him off the list of suspects.
Humongous banter. How was the body found?
The president informed me that you'd be here at 2200. So I let you through into this room. Then, her body.
Is there only one way in or out?
Yeah, that door is the only way in or out.
When did you last see her?
I think it was around 1400. The president got back from seeing the police, returned to this room, and I haven't seen her since. I'm not always in the president's office. I'm usually on standby in the room outside. I only come here when called.
Tokiko has been in this room since 2 p.m.?
She should have been, yeah.
Has anyone entered or left the room?
No one.
Is it possible that someone was in there before 2 p.m.?
No. I'm sure you're already aware, but the security here is incredibly tight. There are security cameras all over the stairs and corridors, along with the elevator and outside the door.
Oh, I do love a good locked room mystery. Although, not that it was locked, but like, it was essentially, for all intents and purposes, it was locked because the door was shut and he was stood guard. No one went in or out. And she somehow sliced in half her corpse is gone, laid on the desk.
It's impossible to get in without getting noticed.
Ryuki, I checked the data on the security cameras. It's true that no one entered this room other than Tokiko.
Wait, you telling me you've got security cameras for outside of the office, but you don't have any security cameras for in here?
No one left it either.
Are there any security oh, right, that's this. They're about to tell me that that is indeed the case.
Of course not. Who'd put a security camera in their own room?
People who don't want to die when they're the head of big organizations.
Anyway, I need to report to the people at Nai's.
Very well. Please don't let anyone out of the building.
Got it.
How did this happen?
This is a confusing one.
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
She did say that.
One thing is for sure.
We'll be testing that theory.
Ryuki, look around the room. No traces of blood.
In other words, Tokiko wasn't killed here.
The culprit must have been Terror. He killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought her right half here.
Yeah, maybe, but like, how does that work? Because she went into this room and didn't leave, so there has to be another exit, I guess. Otherwise, like, how else would she have not been killed here?
But how did he get in the room?
We don't know how he left either.
What if he's still in this room?
No, that's not possible. I checked with X-ray vision. No sign of anyone and no biological responses detected.
Then he had to have escaped somehow.
I suspect the culprit's escape route and way in were the same. So, Ryuki, let's look into finding the escape route first. We should know how the culprit got in once we learn how they got out.
Okay, well, my immediate thought would be, is there a secret passage behind that knife symbol? Because in the Somnium version, there was.
Okay, let's investigate.
So if there was a secret passage in the Somnium version there, maybe there's... I don't know if that was just something in her mind, or whether there is actually a secret passage there as well.
Before we begin, I want to point something out. The side with the window is the south. And the waterfall is to the north.
Okay.
I know that. Why are you mentioning it?
Shut your mouth! It'd be a pain in the ass if we didn't know which way was which. You should be grateful I told you!
Well, I assume that will be important somehow then?
Okay. Why are you angry?
Just zip it and get working, alright?
Virtual reality activation! Oh, fuck me. There is an electromagnetic noise coming from somewhere in the wall. Okay. Let's start here and move around right.
Organic as a whole, so this really stands out.
It's a wall.
A hidden passageway behind it?
Probably not.
Doesn't seem to be any suspicious heat sources hidden inside, okay. I assume there was nothing weird about the plant. It's the Northwest statue.
There's something coming out of it.
Oh.
It's an infrared laser. Normally it wouldn't be visible, even with thermo mode. But this place is full of water particles. The light hits the water particles and disperses, making it visible to the human eye.
The light is shining toward the southeast.
Okay, it's the eyeball thing. It's the eyeball thing from the shitty, awful, nasty room. That was shitty and awful because I had to do it 3 times. You have to make them aim at each other.
It's crossing the pond in a diagonal line.
Can I twist it? Maybe that comes later. Waterfall.
Looks like the wall behind this waterfall is made of tungsten. It's a material that blocks X-rays, so I'm not able to see anything beyond that wall.
Nothing suspicious.
Looks like the statue is made of iron.
Houseplant. Nonupal X.
There's something embedded in the wall.
Looks like a phone.
It's a keypad for a pin code.
Or that.
But this frame is on there tight. It won't budge.
Because you've got to make the statues face each other to open it up.
Maybe there's some way to move it.
Cool. Oh, yep.
What's this? There's an arrow under the symbol.
And 7 squares, too.
If you detected it with thermo mode, does that mean it's emitting heat?
It must have a heating wire or something embedded in it.
Okay.
This statue is iron, too.
Alrighty, which just leaves... Oh, wait. I mean, there's also all of that. But let's just do the outside stuff first.
An infrared laser is coming out of the statue, too. It's crossing with that other beam.
Neither of them hitting
This one's aimed to the northeast, huh?
the other statue. Okay. Cool. So, that is all the outside stuff, and then there is this stuff. Okay, so none of this stuff is emitting heat, so that's something at least. Glass doll, not relevant. Desk front. Aha!
Wait, what's this?
They are metal plates shaped like numbers embedded in the board at the front of the desk. So you're able to see them by using X-ray like this.
It's as if this was prepared just for us. Who would do something like this?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's focus on the investigation.
16 numbers in a diamond shape.
As I mentioned before, there are no traces of blood in the room. Not on this desk, the walls, or the floor.
Terror killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought the right half of her body to this room. But how?
Expensive looking
If you
office
spin this
chair.
around, a secret staircase from the floor.
Won't appear.
Sure. Oh, hey.
There's something in the floor.
Maybe it's a rail? It's embedded in the floor.
This is probably an electromagnetic rail. It extends from the corner of the statue toward the pond.
Okay. But then it just stops here. There's one on this side as well, okay.
The same kind of rail is over here, too.
It's even going toward the same direction.
Interesting. Was there anything I didn't click over there that... No, okay. So that just leaves... Oh wait, the lights as well. Lights hanging from the ceiling. Nothing sassy. Okay, so then her.
It's Tokiko's right half. Just like before, it's been severed at the molecular level. The body appears to have been cut with the same instrument. And she was also bisected while she was still alive.
In other words, it's highly likely that it was the same killer.
Yes. That's why I said Terror is probably the culprit.
I'm very curious if she is going to come back to life. Like she said.
The estimated time of death is approximately 3 hours ago, which would be around 1900 today. That's when we were at Yoyagi Park.
If she does, then I guess it would mean she has her consciousness stored somewhere, and she can just download a consciousness into a new body or something. 7 o'clock today. Okay.
Is this?
What is it?
Inside Tokiko's womb. There are traces of her having given birth.
Yep, to show her.
What?
Though it wasn't recently. It has to have been more than 20 years ago.
Oh, really? Well, show her ain't 20.
Tokiko has a grown child?
Maybe she's his grandma then?
Yes, but there are no records of this anywhere in her family register. She hasn't filed birth registration, and there aren't any records of it in any medical institutions in Japan.
Okay, I guess that was the last thing we needed to find. I think we did a pretty thorough exploration of everything else.
Alright, looks like we've investigated what we could for now. Now, let's get to solving the mystery.
How did the culprit get out of the room?
Something to do with the number pad.
That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes. So, let's begin. The first thing that comes to mind is that rail under the floor.
The electromagnetic rail.
The rail leads from this statue toward the pond.
Yeah,
Do you think the statue moves along the rail?
it's made of iron.
Ah,
So maybe it's pulled
we don't
with
need
an
to twist the
electromagnet.
statues. We don't need to twist the statues to point to the other ones. You move these end statues into the correct place so that the laser is already hitting them.
It's probably operated with a remote control or something.
But I didn't find anything like that.
Then, please,
Use magnet?
Tama, do you have a magnet?
No, I don't. Besides, can't move something like that with something as small as a portable magnet anyway.
Okay. Can we force it?
Yes, we have no other choice.
So, let's get right to it.
Wait, don't actually move it until we're shooting.
What do you mean?
I mean, when we actually record this with the camera and complete the film.
Why are you like this?
Quiet! I'm the director, so you follow my instructions, or I'll fire you.
This statue is the same as the one we saw earlier.
The underground rail leads toward the pond.
Which means...
Lubricate floor. Tilt building. Use force.
well, there's not much else we can do.
So, let's get right to it.
No, let's not.
You little shit! Don't make me send you back to the green room, damn it!
Oh, right. We were still in rehearsal. I'm not supposed to move it until the shoot.
Yes, we don't want this important set to get damaged, right?
This is a set?
There was an input device behind this. You already know the numbers to enter, right?
No.
Even if I did, I would need to be able to move the frame.
That's not what I asked. Do you know the code or not? In fact, I need you to know the answer. If you can't even solve this, you don't deserve to call yourself a member of Abyss.
So, can you tell me the numbers? It should be 7 digits.
What? I don't fucking know.
What? Telling me you don't know?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then spit it out already.
How am I supposed to know what the fucking seven digits are? What?
You quit screwing around.
You saw the non-equal X symbol using thermal mode, didn't you?
Yes.
And there were 16 numbers arranged in a diamond shape. You should be able to use those numbers to figure out the answer.
Okay, well, you'll have to fucking show me the stuff again.
Now, try again.
I'm so confused what it wants from me here. Like, the log doesn't show the pictures, right? Like, how does... I don't understand, how does that correlate to 7... How do you get 7 numbers out of that? What am I missing? Like, I get it. I get what their placement, but I don't get how you would know which ones go where in a fucking 7-digit code when there's 16 numbers. What? Combining them? I have absolutely no idea. This is very annoying. Can we just skip this? I don't know what it's asking me. I'm just gonna go and Google it in a sec. It actually gives you no hints? Like, this is not a hint. Like, this is just the puzzle. It's just reiterating the puzzle, but I don't understand it, so... Alright, guess I'm going to go Google it. Back in a sec. Oh my god, that is actually the dumbest shit ever. Apparently, you're supposed to multiply this shit? You're supposed to just know that you should use their fucking grid-based thing. Like, the X's are actually times, and you're supposed to times them together. But it's also not top to bottom, which is what I think would be the assumption. It's left to right. So you start with the 4, the first number's 4, then the next number is 3 times 3. But, like, if you're doing timesing, you would be reading stuff... Like, I would have thought it would be 1, and then 2 times 2, because that's reading it normally, and then you'd have an equals. So it'd be like 1, 4, and then 3 times 1 times 3, etc. But it's not. It's starting with the 4, and then you're timesing them vertically. So it's 3 times 3 is 9, And then next one has a 0 in it, so anything times 0 is 0, etc. But like, there is not the single slightest hint that you should be timesing this stuff together. Like, this is honestly complete trash puzzle. Like, you can't just give 0 hints, and that's never been something that was mentioned before. And like, you only got a second to even look at the puzzle before you get thrown into the fact that you're doing it. Like, oh, it's just awful. Awful shit. Anyway, 49011095.
Yep, good job. That's probably the answer.
So dumb.
Probably.
I mean, it's not like I actually checked. I don't know whether those numbers are correct or not. Okay, the rehearsal is now over. It's time to start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to start filming. Ryuki, you're going to play the fleeing culprit this time. The one who placed the right half of Tokiko's severed body here. You just finished a big job. You need to get out of here, fast. But if you leave the conventional way, you'll be spotted by the surveillance camera.
I said this the first time we did this, but I also find this entirely pointless. Like, just work through it, and that's the answer. Like, you don't need to theoretically work through it, and then we have to go through it all again at the end in a reenactment. Like, this is just time wasting.
Same thing for when you entered, too. The culprit used some special method to get in and out of the room. Now,
so far it feels like they've made a couple of weird choices with this game that are making it worse than the original.
For your performance.
Stuff like this. It's just like, the original was really good. You don't need to put these things in that just detract from the good simplicity of it, you know? It's still interesting, like, the story and characters are still good, but some of these mechanics, just like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Hey, is it really necessary to act?
Shut up! Okay, here we go. Ready? Action!
Wow, yes, now let's do the things we just went through.
I'm the one who killed Tokiko Shigure. I brought the now that I'm done here.
Terrible acting.
Give me a break.
Let's
Okay.
just go through this
What
bit.
did the culprit do first to escape?
Well, they did the thing we've already talked about a whole bunch.
Pulls the irons. The culprit probably used a.
What a shocker. I can't believe they did the thing that we've already spoken about multiple times. Crazy. Really needed to go over it again. That's what was definitely necessary, was that we didn't move the statue the first time. We definitely needed to wait and do it,
Something
go through it
happened.
all a second time.
It's because it touched the infrared laser from the
No shit.
So this.
What did the culprit do next?
Oh, he
must
did the
have
same
also-
thing on the other side.
Go.
The statue begins moving via the electromagnets. The culprit grins maniacally, his plan in motion.
The culprit obviously had to be known to Tokiko, though, because if he wasn't, then he wouldn't have known, like, how that any of this shit existed. Like, you'd think only her and a very, 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 very select number of her confidants would know that such a mechanism existed.
Can you not read the stage?
What's the...
To talk back.
Oh no! I need to hurry!
Good, Ryuki.
Man, this is just dumb. This is so dumb. Just get on with it. Fuck
Like I
me.
said,
It's fine.
all right. I see. So I just need to enter the 49.
Did not expect the passage to be there, but I guess that's why they said that wall was made out of tungsten. It's a lift.
Look,
A hidden door.
Or is it a lift? I saw it looked like a lift button on the outside. Thank God that's over. We are definitely going to be skipping the fuck out of any of those reenactments in the game. What a waste of time.
it's more than a hidden door. It's an elevator.
It is an elevator. Nice.
See? There's a button pointing down next to the door.
This is the highest floor of the building. Looks like this elevator is only for going down.
Let's try pushing it.
No way. I thought it'd be an elevator that goes up from the highest floor. I think the first game did do repeating information
Terror's escape route.
a little bit too much, but so far it feels like they're doing it way more in this game. Like, here's things you already know. Let's just say it all again. Like,
And the way he got in.
Terror used this elevator to bring Tokiko's right half into the room.
And he must have used the same method to get out.
yes, we know. Please, just go in there and
Statue
fucking
and
go down.
non-equal X symbol must have been set up to return to their original positions automatically. Anyway, let's go down there.
Oh, what a great idea. Thank you.
What is this place?
Nothing good.
It looks like we tunneled to the other side of the world.
You mean we're underground?
Yeah, more than 160 feet deep. Radio waves are completely cut off due to the depth. We can't connect to the network, so keep that in mind.
I estimated the depth by calculating the acceleration and time spent in the elevator.
Anyway, let's start looking around. Maybe we'll find some sort of clue.
What's this? It's mechanical.
Some sort of device, maybe?
Can't you analyze it?
Not from here, no. At the very least, it doesn't seem to be explosives or poison gas.
You mean it's safe to open?
Probably. It's a box. There was a strange device inside.
Are we not going to open it, though? She says it's safe to open, and then we don't get the option to open it.
This is kind of creepy.
Maybe it's a pedestal for performing some sort of ritual.
Like offering a sacrifice.
It's not an ironing board, that's for sure.
Tokiko. She said Nyes isn't a religious group. But this is clearly...
It's definitely got some cold vibes going on.
Okay, nothing over there.
A Nyes symbol here, too.
The non-equal X.
Thick pillar.
Sand is coming down from above.
Looks like the ceiling has degraded. I hope it doesn't come down on us.
Now we gonna open it?
Don't tell me you're going to open it.
You just said it was safe.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Why not?
Well, just a hunch.
You just said it was safe.
It should be fine. You said it's safe to open.
I did add probably.
Still, we can't just not check it.
You can't get the treasure unless you lay the dragon, huh?
There's so much wrong with that statement. But yes, that's the idea. What was that sound?
Ryuki, a biological signal has been detected. They're somewhere close.
Is that another lift door or something? What the fuck?
What the?
They're blue.
What?
Why do you look like that?
What do you mean?
Anyway,
What?
Hey! Freeze!
Are they not... Is it just representing the fact that he can't see very far?
What is this?
By making him blue? Seems like a weird choice. Wait, we're literally right there. So he is actually just a blue person? Because we can see him now. Like, it's not just that he's really far away so we can't see it, so he's representing it as a blue person.
Ryuki, there's a torch coming down from above!
Like, we are close enough to see him now.
There's another one!
Damn it! Hey! I said stop!
Banter. Good, clean banter. Was that... Did he not get knocked out or something from that landing? Like... Farewell. Ryuki, Chapter 3, R2. Abyss HQ.
Boss! I apologize for yesterday!
Ryuki, we wouldn't need police if an apology solved everything. I know you're doing your best on this investigation. Nevertheless, your screw-up yesterday really cost us.
Literally how?
The investigation hasn't been proceeding like we hoped.
We solved some shit, and then we didn't manage to catch a suspect? That's not an abnormal thing to happen.
I'll make up for it! Please, give me another chance.
This reminds me of something. My daughter's been begging me not to decrease her allowance when she gets bad grades.
We didn't get a bad grade. We fucking solved we solved a really hard case. We solved a locked room mystery of how someone dies without anyone coming in or out. Like, why is she grilling me for? Because we found a secret and then didn't find every single thing out about the secret? This is very dumb.
I thought you were a bit more capable than this, Ryuki.
Literally no other person on your team would have been able to get the results that we did yesterday.
I mean, I got chewed out by my higher-ups too.
Literally for what? You just didn't manage to catch a suspect, but you've still got all this information about shit going on down there? This is nuts. Just doesn't make sense.
After work tonight, I'm going to my favorite host club and popping every champagne bottle in there.
Is there anyone else in the room? I assume not. About Boss's daughter.
Your daughter? I'm still not used to hearing that.
Oh? Well, I guess it's true that I don't give off a maternal image. I haven't done anything motherly at all, really. My daughter just turned 18 last year, but she pretty much grew up all on her own.
18? She's older than I thought.
You wouldn't think it looking at this figure, huh? She's a grown woman now. She's capable of handling her business. Unlike a certain someone who gets overeager and screws up big time.
This is so dumb. We literally didn't do anything to screw up. We didn't get overeager. What the fuck are you on about? We were continuing to explore the lead after solving the puzzle. Any new information?
Nothing other than what you already know. Oh, right, there is some news about the case. It has an official name now. The half-body serial killings. But that's pretty long, so we've just been calling it the HB case.
The HB case.
Now you know how the media is. You don't solve this quick and they might end up calling you the half-brain investigator. So you'd better start getting things done, Ryuki.
We literally got a lot done yesterday.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half-might!
Excuse me?
What I'm trying to say is, I'm motivated, so please let me stay on this case. I'll solve this case no matter what it takes. In fact, I'm the only one who can.
Look, you realize it was that kind of gung-ho attitude that led you to making that mistake yesterday, right?
We didn't make any mistakes. We were chasing a suspect. The suspect had a trap set up. There was literally no way we could have known that in advance. The fuck are you on about?
I understand you want to distinguish yourself, but you're biting off more than you can chew.
But I can't just stop now. I should be able to handle this better than anyone.
Ryuki, boss is right. You're getting too impatient. Your life isn't over because of one little slip-up.
We didn't slip up at all, in fact.
More importantly, you need to accept your faults and learn from mistakes.
We didn't make any mistakes. This is really fucking irritating that both of them are getting on our case for something that wasn't, like, possible for us to know. That they had it set up so the floor could just fall away. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to predict that? They're both being super fucking dumb.
I understand your enthusiasm, Ryuki. So I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself.
I think you need to fucking redeem yourself, is what needs to happen here. You're going very rapidly down in my estimation of how much I like you.
I want you to continue investigating this case.
Thank you!
But I need you to follow orders from above.
Orders from above? What do you mean?
It's official. Kuruto Ryuki, you're being demoted to a police officer.
This is so stupid.
What?
Demoted for literally doing everything right.
This is for yesterday's fiasco.
Yesterday's fiasco where I solved a complicated case, found a secret cult-like area, and then chased a suspect and through no fault of my own did not manage to catch them.
Wait, you mean like a normal cop? That's terrible! That's way too harsh!
However, I'll give you 3 days. If you can resolve the case within that time, I'll take back your punishment and you won't be demoted.
3 days?
Man, that is some awful policing. I'm going to threaten my officer with demotion unless he brings me a culprit in 3 days' time. A lot of police would just fucking make some shit up and book someone and be like, alright, that's job done.
Ryuki, we should look at this in a positive light.
There is no positive light. Boss is being fucking stupid.
We can continue the
As are you,
investigation, and
Tama.
if we can solve it in 3 days, you can avoid demotion.
It's impossible. We barely made any progress. How can I solve the case in 3 days?
Ryuki.
Demoted? Me? I'd rather be a bum on the street than a disgraced cop.
Ryuki!
Oh, and the communication system still hasn't been fixed.
I'm guessing that with the fact that he's like just a drunk in 6 years' time, I'm guessing he fails to solve it in 3 days and does get demoted and quits or whatever out of shame or something.
So any data Tama obtains can't be uploaded to the cloud yet. So just like I said before, Tama's data will be lost if her body is damaged.
Yes, obvious plot contrivance. I see it. Thank you for pointing it out yet again.
Be careful. You seem completely out of it.
Yes, because you're making absolutely no sense.
Ryuki.
What a very silly part of the story. It literally makes no sense that you would be not only admonished, but threatened to be demoted over something that you have no control over. Just doesn't make any sense that Boss would do that. She's not usually, like, a stupid character.
Are you okay, Ryuki?
It's completely out of character for her to do something that dumb.
Yeah. I think the scenery helped me calm down a bit. But to think... demoted. Me.
You still have 3 days. If you can solve the case by then...
It's impossible. I can't believe I was told this today, of all days.
Why, what's today? About today.
Today was the day I lost my other half.
I pull out a broken watch from my pocket.
I had a younger twin brother.
Oh boy. Identical twin?
He had a strong sense of justice. Whenever he saw evil, he would stand up to it, face it head on, no matter what. That's just the kind of guy he was. His dream was to become a detective and help bring all the dangerous criminals in Japan to justice. My brother and I were really close, and we hung out all the time. It Almost like he was another me. But on that day, 6 years ago.
Okay, that is the third time that something in the 6 years ago timeline has been told to us happened 6 years ago. This cannot be coincidence. It has to mean something that multiple characters have talked about something in the 6 years ago timeline. They're talking about something happened 6 years ago. Like, that would just be really bad writing if that doesn't mean anything. If randomly lots of characters had something important happen to them 6 years ago and they're not connected somehow. Like, that just wouldn't make any sense. So, there has to be some kind of connection.
My brother and I were in the city, and we happened to see a wanted criminal. I called the police right away, but the culprit tried to flee on a big trailer truck. He was about to get away, so my brother tried to stop him, and he ended up in front of it, and...
What? Your brother tried to stop the truck by running in front of it? Is he an idiot?
He got run over, crushed half his body.
Half his body, you say? Half his body. Gee. That sure is curious, considering the half-body murders that we're fucking seeing at the moment. Was it perhaps the half, like, on the side? Not half as in head to torso?
This is the watch he was wearing. His time has been frozen since, and I lost my other half. My brother died 6 years ago, on February 13th. Today was the day. But I guess there's no point in me telling you all this. You already know my entire history.
I hate that criminal.
I hate the criminal that killed my brother. I wish I could catch him and rip him to pieces. And not just him. I hate them all. All the evil in this world. I hate it all.
Then...
This feels like maybe like this whole thing is just like him working through trauma or something. His brother was crushed, half his body was killed, and he's dealing with the trauma, and it's leading to this some fantasy about half other people getting half their body taken away or something. I don't know.
Are you really going to give up now? If you give up, the evil wins.
But then that would essentially be an "it was all a dream" ending, and nobody likes that, so probably not. I don't know.
Ryuki, isn't there something you should be doing for your brother? Think about it.
Yeah, you're right, Tama. Thanks for reminding me of my promise to him. I'll become a hero of justice. That's why I decided to carry on his dream and be a police officer. If I fall into the bottom, I just need to crawl my way back up. I can't let it get to me now.
Why I became a sinker.
The reason I became a sinker at Abyss was so I could encounter the more vicious criminals. The foul, immoral kind that evade the law. Sinkers dig deep into their hearts and make them pay. That's my idea of a hero. I lost something of mine in order to become a sinker. One of my eyes. I had to extract my eye to become a sinker.
So you could transplant an AI ball. Me.
The surgery was last summer, right after I was assigned to Abyss.
Yes, so you and I have known each other for about half a year now.
I've lost many things along the way, but thanks to you going into my left eye, I feel like a lot of that emptiness has been filled.
Ryuki...
Tama, as long as you're with me, I can keep going. No, I have to keep going. For my brother, I'm going to catch the HB killer.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's time to pull myself together and get back to the investigation. So, got any new intel?
What?
I'm sorry. Do you have any new information for me, please, ma'am?
Yes, I do. I looked into Chikara Horidori some more and came across something fishy. Also, I found something interesting about Shoma.
What is it that bothers you about Shoma?
The location indicated in the hidden message in Bats 490 was a research institute. That's what Shoma said, right?
Yeah.
but it actually wasn't Horadori Institute. I read through a ton of speculation threads online, and none of them mentioned Horadori Institute.
Then where was it, really?
I don't know. All I know for sure is it wasn't Horadori Institute.
Then that means Shoma lied. I have to talk to him. Where's Shoma now?
I don't know. It looks like he turned his smartphone off. But we do have a lead. Remember what Komeiji said?
Yes,
But he likes
really
to go to
loves
the
this
Ferris
wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time.
Ferris wheel. The one on the rooftop amusement park at Misaton.
About Chikara.
Chikara was doing some dubious research in the past.
His current research is pretty dubious too. Rewriting DNA to achieve immortality.
It was even more questionable than that. Rumors say there were even human experiments involved.
Human experiments?
Anyway,
Yikes.
word moves fast, and the Research Institute was temporarily shut down. This happened 9 years ago. During that time, Chikara went missing for a bit to avoid being investigated.
But what about the current institute?
It was reopened after things had settled down. Of course, that required a massive amount of funds, which was provided by Riichi Chieda. Kizuna Chieda's father.
Oh. Okay. There's a link there then. Who is he?
Riichi Chieda is an extremely wealthy investor. He's rich enough to be on the list of the world's most wealthy people. He's involved in a wide range of business ventures and holds many different titles. Investor, philanthropist, the founder of the Chieda Foundation, a university professor emeritus, and national goodwill ambassador. And after all that, he also became the chairman of a social welfare corporation, Iowan.
Iowan?
It's an orphanage. Seems that's where he is now.
Well,
Wait. Before we go, you have a call from Iris.
Oh, Ryuki? There's something
What is it?
whoops.
Well, I'm
Something I wanted to tell you about the case.
Recording is about to start, so I can't really get into it right now.
Oh, she's dead. She is super dead, isn't she? Hey, there's something really important I've got to tell you. But I can't tell you right now, I'll tell you later. That's like... She's gonna die before she can tell us, right?
Would you be able to visit Lemniscate later?
Yup, to find your body.
Lemniscate, the talent agency Iris belongs to. The building also has a small recording studio.
Alright, I'll see you there later.
Okay, thank you.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope they don't do the exact same thing twice in a row, because that is literally the exact same thing that just happened with Tokiko. Hey,
Our
I'll tell you more
destinations are
later.
decided for
Come to this
now,
place.
but-
Oh, we get there and she's dead. Like, I hope they don't do the exact same thing twice in a row.
Iowan, Misaton, and the third is Lemniscate.
There's one more place I'd like to go. Marble in Golden Yokucho.
Ah, Mama the Informant.
Oh god, what is she wearing?
You suspect she might know something.
That's right.
Then let's get going.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Top to bottom.